Dude, I tell you what, man. Nothing like seeing your little factory finally grow. If you missed the last video, we started on our permanent base build, and it's not going too bad so far. What we have is the furnaces and the fabricators. They are set up, piped in. We got our power generation on the side, and we got all the drone infrastructure. I mean, for the most part, the footprint kind of started down here. Now we do got the inputs and outputs, all going different directions. Not sure if it all works. I'm hoping today, if we can, to finally get some product on the line and do a little bit of testing. We'll see, man, we'll see. But before we get started with that, we gotta finish this. Dude, the the storage and the cargo receivers have been the biggest pain in my side. Oh my gosh, dude. So many redesigns on this, and it's currently all set up properly. This side is totally done. Kind of see how we got it all piped in. And then for the side over here, we're gonna build it on camera together today, in case you're following along. Kind of wonder how I have it set up. Now, we're not doing storage for every single item. All we're doing is for the extractors, we'll have some of the processing set up over there just to make the normal products, and that's what's getting stored here and shipped in. And then for everything down here, the final product, we're not storing any of that. It's all made on demand to try to cut down on our infrastructure, cut down on all of the buildings, things like that, and hopefully flow a little bit better for us. We'll see, man, we'll see. So what we have is 21 of the cargo receivers. For the storage silos, they are version 2, and there's 28. Now, if you're kind of wondering like I was, yes, the version 2s are bigger than the version 1, and I just don't mean the storage capacity, the actual footprint. I didn't realize that until I staged everything out with the version 1s while these were unlocking and had to redo it all again. So, like I said, man, it's been a pain, dude. Holy crap, man. But what we have is the middle here. The cargo receivers have an output on both sides, so that kind of works out. So all of the titanium and copper products are right here. We've got the rods, we've got the sheets, the housing, and the beams. And then we got the wire, the plates, and the powder. All this stuff is getting piped in, again, from the extraction site where it's being processed. Now on the outside, we got the sulfur ore, sulfuric acid. This will be for the helium, the pressurized, once we finally get a refinery up and running. It's not unlocked yet. I mean, the refinery is, but we haven't actually built one to unlock the pressurized helium. Raw helium, used for quite a few different things. And then all 3 of the calcium products. So everything that we have on the outside here is mirrored on this side. Because again, we got one main line here going down, and then one main line over there. And I want to keep it separate if possible, just for easier flow. So 2 lines, which are broke down into 2 sides. So we got titanium and copper on the middle here, flowing to this side. And this side is to that side. Again, the main thing is to cut down on issues. And speaking of issues, guys, look, man, I'm doing my intro. Trying to do some building. I don't need you here today, please and thank you. We got to get some of the defense set up here soon, too. Figure out how that works. Is that all? I know, right? Is that all? We good? I think we're all right. That should go away, I think. If not, we'll use the thing on our arm to remove the infection. But one main problem that we're having is we're kind of at a build space this way. I didn't want to build over the lake, but it's kind of where we're at in life, so, I mean, it's what it is, man. Now, for the base core, we got some issues with the base core. 1, these are expensive for build parts. They use the intermediate ones. But 2, they're also expensive for the base core, how much we use. So we're currently at 2254 of 2500. Now, 2500, but we're still just level 1. Have not upgraded it yet. I want to get our base defense set up before we do this, because that starts the wave defense, right? So the way that I did it, and the only way to do it, is with the amplifiers. And we have a few. These are only 20 for each one, and they're 140 for the build blocks. But we have a few, all under here, all under here. It kind of works out because our platform is elevated, so plenty of space under here for it. And it's been a chore, dude. Holy crap, man. But we're kind of up and running. So let's get started on this. So what we have is 3 of the pigtails that connect the 2 lines, because don't forget, it's split in half, our lines, and then it's split in half again, this side and that side. So outside and outside runs down here. What we have running on this one is just the helium products as well as the sulfur products. For the next line coming in will be this one and that one. And that's going to be just for the calcium. Now, they do have an option later on, if there's another resource we don't know about, to add into here. But the reason I put that on its own line is because, dude, the calcium has such a high throughput for a lot of stuff. Mainly the glass. The powder gets used a ton. The sheets, not so much, but still quite a bit. And we don't use the blocks too often, but it's got its own dedicated line. And the final one in the middle is just for, like I said, the titanium as well as the copper stuff. Now, I'm hoping that's the one that I'm kind of worried about for the throughput. Because we go through a lot of stuff like these, and it clogs up the line. That's kind of why I put that one at the start here, so it's not blocking up everything else. So we'll see, man. We'll see. So, let's get started. We'll start with the middle, and that uses a big block. So we need this. Big size. And we'll do that. Let's do the lines as we're talking so we don't get them mixed up. Wrong way. So that's done. The next one's going to be the short one on the outside, and that runs to the outside. So outside, outside. And we need to remove these just for easy staging. This goes all the way down onto the floor. The last one, it's going to be this one, and it's all the way down and up 2. Again, different heights, keep it to where the lines can be moved around and not clip into the other ones. That's the main reason why down here, everything's at different heights for all of our stuff. One here. Had to be difficult, didn't you? We were doing so well. And then one here. And that is complete. Now for this, how do we have it set? It's on the outside, right? It's on the outside at the front block. I actually got to remove every single one of these. So, front block, remove this. This will be for the ground level ones. Now we put these in here. Let's go into drone mode. It's a little bit easier to build. All the way down. And you want the 3 prongs facing the back. It's a little bit easier that way. Alright, so once you're done running all those, connect the middles all the way down. That way it's nice and straight. And then what we're doing is we're setting up one of these on each side in the middle, right at the edge. And that'll be for all of them. And again, want it all facing the same way. Gonna have the 3 prongs at the back and the 1 prong at the front. And we'll talk about that little bit of lag when you're placing stuff down and picking it up once we get done. We got a little bit of renovating to do with the floors, and I'll kind of explain what's going on with that. But you want to do both sides. This side and that side. It's all the same. Alright, so now that we have connectors on both sides, super simple for connecting. All that you do is from here to the outside, and then from here to the outside as well. Wrong way. It happens. Again, just doing the sulfur and the helium. Last one here. And that side is done. Don't forget this side here, too. Cannot wait for the V3 rails. It's a little ways off still, but it'll definitely be nice to see. I'm not sure what happened there. Operator error. It happens, dude. It happens. Alright, so we're done there. let's run these over as well. Get them connected. And this one's simple. They all just run to the main line up top. And then connect the middles as well. All the way down. Exact same. And then all we have left to do is the calcium. And we're kind of set, man. So this one will go to the middle. Up top. That'd be kind of set there. So I actually forgot one of the connectors up here at the front. Thought it looked a little bit weird when I was hooking it up, but it's all good, man. We got it sorted out. Alright, so the last thing to do is the calcium. And they're kind of on their own line. They are already ran over here. Same thing. Main line in the middle. And then we also got to do one of the connectors here. Hook you up. Right there. There we go. Double check our work. We do got to do the sides here for the calcium. Alright, so calcium's done. Helium's all done. Sulfur's done. Backside over here. All the copper and titanium are hooked up properly. On the front side, we've got... all these are connected. That's good. On the back side here, we got the sulfur. Sulfur. Helium. Helium. And then we start on the calcium. Calcium and calcium. That's it. Not too hard, man. Not too hard at all. So, let's talk about the lag and how the platform's affected. I'm not going into a full detail about what's wrong with it. The devs are aware of it. They did not expect people, for some reason, to build massive platforms for all their factories. So they're working on optimizing the code for the platforms. But for right now, as you can kind of see, all these are the bridges. What I mean by that is they're these. If you section off your base in smaller blocks than what we have, can't really do this side because it's already pre-built and designed with a large foundation. But the more you section off and don't have the floor tiles, like down here, we have no problem at all with lag. And it's not lag per area that you're in, it's per structure. It has to do with all the checks on stability for the foundations. But like right here, we can hook up one of these, no lag, and no lag. But up there, which is smaller, we were having lag. So what I did, a lot of people section off the bases in smaller chunks. I can't really do that like we just talked about. But just removing the floor tiles themselves and putting the bridges, I mean, it works wonders, as you can see, with the lag being gone. So everywhere that we have the floor tiles, like this, if you remove them and put down the bridge, it'll remove a ton of the lag. Because again, that's not included in a check for stability, but these are for some reason. So for this, we don't really need it because we have the other one. We'll put down the bridge here. And do the whole floor like that. Now for the long stretches, you can only go so many tiles. So what I did was went to about right here. Left the main floor tile to connect the bridge to. Remove 7. Left another tile. Remove 7 and left a tile. Kind of did that all the way down. And then all these even, where the 2s are. The more floor tiles you can remove, the better it is for less checks. Which, speaking of that, we need to do these as well. And hopefully by the time we're done with all this on this platform, removing these, we won't have any lag. So give me a minute. Let me remove these on this side, and we'll do a test and kind of see how the lag is afterwards. Because right now, see there's a like second or 2 lag when you pick something up. Alright, so we did have a rupture. Good timing on that. But all this is complete. Not too bad, dude. Not too bad. Alright, so let's do some testing. You saw the lag we had last time. Let's build a test connector. No lag. Picking it up. No lag. So I'm kind of thinking it doesn't have to do with the size of the platform. It has to do with the individual squares for each one of the tiles. Not necessarily the size of the actual foundation itself. Because you think about it, man, this is only one, right? Versus about 20 or so of the floor tiles. And you multiply that, it adds up very, very fast. So we'll see, man, we'll see. But for right now, we are kind of set. So what we want to do is name all these. And what I did was namely just like calcium powder 1. Over there is calcium powder 2. Right here we got calcium sheets 1. Calcium sheets 2. And the same thing with all these. Rods. Sheets. You want to name them because once we start putting up the dispatchers, we want to try to get those guys to come to the proper spot, right? So what I do is I have a new calcium one set up. Because our current one, this one has very low tier. It's all impure for both of those. I think that's a normal one. So what I did is I put a base core over here. We got 2 normal ones and one that's impure. Now if you look at them, you can kind of see the color difference on the map. So the darker tier on these are not pure. Those are normal. And then a super bright white one, haven't seen one yet, should be a pure one. You can kind of see it with the titanium as well. Not sure how well it shows on the recording, but I know for a fact this one is a low tier one. That one is a pure one, highest tier, and that's a medium tier. So these you can't really tell the difference, but you can with the lower tier on that. So one of the copper's the same. Darker color and lighter color? Not sure, man. I'm not sure. So, helium's already set up. We just need to reroute it. The new copper, or not copper, but the calcium, is set up and running. We just have to route it. And what we're going to do for today is our original base right here. We're going to break down all the stuff there. Just for right now, set up one of the dispatchers for the titanium, and then one for the copper as well. Because we already got products running on those, and it's simple for testing just to ship them in over here. And what I want to do is set up this and that for all the production for our titanium and copper later on. So that's a different video. Might do it off camera, get it all set up. But for right now, I will see you over at the old base site. I'll tell you what, while we're right here at the helium, let's route these in now and kind of see if they're working properly. They should be. So for this, you are getting changed. And you're going to... This is why you name them. Helium 1. And you're going to Helium 2. Give it a second. There we go. Interesting, you gotta reset it for it to work properly. So that should be piped in over there. There it goes. There's the drone going. Nice, man. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna do the calcium. And I'll see you at the other base. It'll kind of break all that down. Yeah, you can kind of see the pure one there. Alright, so we're over here at base. Just kind of breaking stuff down. All this will get removed. I'll do that part off camera because our inventory... it's a mess, dude. It's a mess. I'll break all this down as well. We got a lot of the inductors I want to carry to the new base. That was for making all of our intermediate parts. Nice to see, man. Nice to see for sure. But yeah, so... it's weird seeing everything gone. So I went ahead and set up the copper over here. We'll do the titanium on camera. But pretty much for this stuff, don't forget, all we need is one of each one. Because the copper and titanium is just in the middle. So just one receiver. So we got our powder. We've got our wire. And we've got the sheets. Now this one is only temporary as well. We might use this one for a backup. But I want to set up our main facility over there. Kind of by the helium. Be for, I mean, the most part, the same setup. But it should be a little bit more streamlined for the most part. Because we also need some of this that we'll deal with later for making the intermediate parts. We'll kind of do that in a separate video. But for over here, we need 4 of the dispatchers. Let's start, I guess, right here. Kind of close to that one. Well, let's go all the way up to it. off to the side, too. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is powered through that rail there. This one will be for the rods. And it's going to T-Rod 1. Alphabetical order. Definitely need these in alphabetical order. There we go. So that one's done. This one will be for the... No! I messed up. We need to build one more of the furnaces over here for the housings. Kind of went crazy removing stuff. Yeah, man, it's fine, man. It's fine. This one's going to be for the beams. And for this one, it'll be for the sheets. Wait, we need to have a connector on these two. Need to do one for this as well. Alright, so that's done. All we're missing is a furnace. And that'll be for the housings. Will that fit? Again, I know it's ugly, but it's only temporary. This one will sink down. Then output. Just directly in. It should be fine. That'll be these. There we go, man. So, this one. Housing. And we got some here already. There we go, man. That'll work for right now, just for some testing. So that's done. This is done. That's all just junk. Don't need it. Let's head over here real quick. I'll show you the calcium setup. Not much to it, but it is a permanent one. This one we are going to remove. We don't really need it any longer. And what we need to do is set up another one of these when we find some good calcium nodes. And that'll help out with the... keeping that stocked up over there, right? So over here, not much to it. We have 2 of the power generators. Just enough power. And we got 2 each of the send-offs. So powder, that goes to powder 2. That goes to powder 1. We got the sheets. Sheets 1. Sheets 2. And then blocks. Blocks 1. Blocks 2. Now everything is filling up over there. So it's going to drain all this stuff out. I mean, it should, right? Speaking of that, let's drop these in here to get them out of our inventory. Should have done that with all this stuff. But it's fine, man. It's fine. And that's our production facility. Not much to it. 3 of the extractors over here. And a small little house that's built in the rock. In case a rupture happens. Somewhere safe to be. I think for the most part we're kind of set. So helium's ran. Calcium's ran. Titanium as well as copper. That's all we have at the moment. All we're missing is a sulfur, which we don't have until we get the refineries up and running. And we got to figure out how those work. It's probably going to be the same thing like we have here. We'll have the extractor for the sulfur, as well as a refinery over there. And we'll have to set up a refinery for the helium at the helium node, and still just pipe in the finished product. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Let's get back to base, do some test runs, and see what's broken. I'm really hoping, man, it all flows like it should. Yeah, see, all of our good plants are gone from here. Ah, that sucks, dude. Let's remove these guys real quick. I don't want them stopping by for the initial test run. There we go. So all these should be probably not all the way full. We should have product in each one. Now for the base core being so overloaded, we only have a few more things to set up over here on the side. Again, different video, but it's going to be like our production for ammo. All that'll happen here. Same with our building blocks. We'll automate that. That'll be on the side. But for the rest of the factory, the mega press and the assemblers will be down there and on a new base core. So I don't know if we'll actually upgrade this one. We'll see, man. We'll see. Let's check our storage. That's working. That's working. We're being attacked. Holy crap, dude. Stab it. Turrets. Next video, we got to do turrets. Doing good here. Luckily, it's one that doesn't have anything in it. We don't have any of this or that. That's filling. Actually, we've got a ton of stuff in our inventory as well. We can drop off in these. These guys got hops like crazy, dude. We need a sniper rifle. You know? Be kind of neat. Nice little viewing area, though, over here. Alright, so, anyways. Don't get sidetracked. Happens easily. Why are we not receiving these? Oh, we are. It's just very slow. We'll drop these into this side. Alright, so that's filling up well, too. These are flowing. Now, as we have more nodes set up, right? More coming in. It'll keep these full a lot easier. So when we're running heavy production, we'll have like 2 or 3 different sets of drones from different deposits dropping in over here. So I think it'll work, man. It should work out like that, right? Everything that has stuff, or that should have stuff, does have stuff. So I think we're set. Let's run a test job. And kind of see, man. Nervous, dude. So nervous. Alright, so over here. We're going to run stuff at the very end down here. So product flows all the way. So one thing that usually clogs up everything is going to be the applicator. So for that, we also need some of the tubes. So we'll do applicators here. Applicators here. Let's do tubes over here. Start off with that. I see product. There we go. Running well there. Okay. All titanium for that stuff, so it's running on the top line. That's going to start the tubes. Now for the tubes, we usually need 2 of these. 2 tubes for one of the applicators. Let's change this one over. This is going to be tubes. And that'll put some of the stress over on this line. So when we're setting up jobs to help alleviate problems, we'll do stuff like this for the tubes. One on one side, one on the other, so that it's not going to clog it up, right? There's tubes coming in. Okay, so that's working too. So our output's working. It's flowing down here. Coming across. And running down here. Now we got a problem because we changed this one from applicators to the actual pipes themselves. That's running in. Oh, fantastic, dude. So that's all working. Let's put the pipes in here. Actually, I don't want to break it. We'll kind of just leave it like it is. Okay. Now we need to make some glass as well for that. So, on this side, let's run 2 of the glass. Oh, because I have it on me. I was like, why is it saying that we got it there? But it's not. So that should be bringing in the helium as well as a calcium. 2 different lines. There's calcium there. There's a helium there. Again, so we have different heights on the belts. Easier to see, easier to fix problems with. And it also helps out for running them in between stuff like this here. So if we needed to, we could always do another one this height, running through all this stuff. If we had to. I don't think we will, though. So that'll output the glass. That should come down, yep, this line here. Jump on the highway, go across. And that'll go down to our stuff down here. So that's piping in for the pipes still. Glass is over here, and that should be made for the applicators. There we go. Now, we don't have an output for this right now. The goal is, right, so all this is running properly. So when something's made here, like the final product, which is applicators, that will then go out to here, do the same thing, travel down, loop around to the main line. I'm not sure which side will be the mega press. We're only going to have like 2 or 4 of those, not very many. I'm thinking about dropping the deck down some for that. But anyways, that'll do the same thing. It'll run up through here and continue going and then hit the mega press with all the other stuff and make the final product. Now what we'll do as well is on the side, probably both sides, over there and over here, so it's not very far for it to travel, is we'll have some of the launch platforms we'll build. So when it's done with the mega press, the output will loop back around like usual, but we'll have one of these come out from the side, and that'll be for the launch platform. Have a couple scattered on this side, like I said, and some over there, just so that it's not... If it's all over here, you got stuff on the far side when it's done, has to loop all the way back around, come up, jump through, and then get to the platform. So having some on each side makes it to where it'll output into here, and very easy to branch off and send up to the jobs. So I think it's working. Let's double check up here before we go. See how stuff is. Looks fantastic, man. I am so glad it's actually running properly. Like I said, off camera, I'll set up some more nodes and the stuff out there, unlike the titanium or calcium or helium. Get that running. All these are doing fairly well. I need to up our production on these. That's what I'm talking about. But it's not too bad, man. Not too bad at all. Ah, dude, well, not too bad of a day, man. Things are looking fantastic. A lot of work left. Only half of the factory is built. In the next video, we'll probably come in and start on the turrets. Try to get those set up. See how it works. We also need to set up production for our ammo as well. That should all be in the same video. And it should probably be over here on this one side. Probably next to the habitat. There's a lot of space over there. A lot of room to expand. That's going to all be self-contained and not running into the main line. So we're going to have our own drones coming in for that. So receivers plus storage. And then, like I said, it's going to be kind of a separate entity, but still here all at base. However, we are going to go ahead and leave this one here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.